completely unordered, it's completely unorganized, yet everything does work out absolutely perfectly. And the reason why? Because there is an order. It's just a different type of order, an order that Western people are not able to recognize. There is a pattern. There are unofficial laws on the roads of India. It's very similar to ants. At first, when you look at them, you see there is all this chaotic movement, but actually, if you look closer and you pay attention for quite a bit, you will see that there is a pattern. And Indian roads are just like that.
True. So for now, how many kilometers have you driven on Indian roads?
I think just about under 1 lakh
That's a lot. By bike or by car?
by both together.
So what is the main difference in driving car and bike in India?
One of the biggest differences is when you are on the bike, other drivers, especially when it comes to buses, trucks, and big jeeps, they pretty much do not want to acknowledge your existence on the road. So you need to be like super careful and you need to watch out. One of the main rules I would say on Indian road that I've personally noticed is the bigger you are, the more advantage you have for the maneuver. People notice you, people give you acknowledgement according to your size. The other big difference, driving a bike like in the mountains in Himalayas, you more able to interact with the nature and with surroundings on the bike rather than if you're in a car, because if you're in a car, you're more isolated from everything. It's like you're in a cube.
So in a car, you are like observing the nature, but on a bike, you're a part of the scenery.
She knows she is my most faithful pillion on that bike pretty much wherever I go. We did so many beautiful rides,
Yeah.
like we went to Darjeeling, we went to Siliguri multiple times, we've been to Puri.
So if you can, you just need to try traveling by bike. It's another level of experience the culture here. What are specialties in driving in India?
Oh, unlike in the West, there are a lot of them. Like, for example, at first you are very annoyed in India that everybody honks so much. Like everybody just pam, 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 pam.
I was that one person who was annoyed.
And at first I was like, why the everyone is like honking all the time? But then you kind of understand that it's a whole communicating language. People communicate, they let you know that they're overtaking you, they let you know that they're there, they're telling you that they're gonna go with this maneuver, and it's actually much safer giving in consideration amount of participants on 1 square meter on the road of India.
What else?
Amount of animals I think that you meet on the roads, mostly in the states where cow slaughters are forbidden, like in Uttar Pradesh, for example. You will have cows lying around, like in Goa, for example, like in Orissa, for example. You will have so many cows just being there. And it's actually very dangerous sometimes, because if you're driving in the night and you have all that high beam coming at you, like you're not able to see properly, and all of a sudden, like right there on a highway, across the whole one of the lanes, there will be a cow laying down. You need to react very quickly. So there is very high level of concentration all the time. During the day, it's one thing because there are more people, there are more rickshaws, there are more motorbikers. It's a lot more condensed on the road during the day. When during the evening, it's different conditions, everything is dark, you have high beam that is blinding you. So there are quite nice several specialities of driving in India. I almost feel like when I'm gonna go back to West and I'm gonna start driving, it's gonna be so boring there.
Definitely true. Definitely.
Like there will be like no actions. Like everyone just has to follow the order and boring.
Speaking about West and Slavic countries, what are the differences that you noticed in roads, traffic here and there?
I think like in the West, I haven't seen it so much, but in the Slavic countries, people have very short temper and they get physically aggressive. Like if you cut someone else in the traffic, most likely the guy is gonna pull over, get out of the car and try fighting you, or he will crash into you intendently. In India, I've noticed it's like one of those unofficial rules. Whatever happens, most people are not trying to give a lesson on the road and they're trying to avoid getting into accidents. Another interesting thing I've noticed in India, unlike in the West, when you give away to somebody or you let somebody squeeze in front of you, blink you with emergency lights as to say, thank you
Thank
for
you.
letting me go. But you know, now speaking of that, it's not just on the roads. Like in India, I actually haven't seen many people say thank you, even like on a daily basis. Like even like to the friends, to the relatives, like somebody will do something nice for you, and it's not kind of in the. If I'm wrong, please let me know down in the comments what you think of it.
Because this is something that we noticed.
And speaking about comments, please like, subscribe to our channel, and join us on a beautiful adventure of life in India. Yes, people don't say thank you in India. So if you don't do it on a daily basis, why would you do it on the road?
Yeah. I'm not a driver, but I noticed one thing. Cars here are turning not from the closest lane, but from wherever they are.
Just one of those specialties, I think, or like unofficial rules. And you can see a lot of times you will be driving. I already know if there is a Toto driving and the Toto starts pushing all the way to the left, like not just to the left lane, but like to the leftish part of left lane, most likely, and we're talking about double lane here, and he's gonna take a massive radius. Not even a lorry needs that much radius, but he does. And then he will start going for his U-turn across both lanes simultaneously, which is actually very dangerous because like you're not, somebody who doesn't know may not expect it. You're there going 100 kilometers or 90 kilometers an hour and that happens, and what do?
Nothing. Just keep
You
going.
just have to find the way. And about talking about finding the ways, this is something that I truly admire about every single driver, actually every single person in India. It's the ability to readjust to circumstances without getting super upset.
And actually super quickly.
Because in the West, we are so conditioned in the West.
Yeah.
We have plan and we are attached to this plan in its entire pure form as it is. When people in India, I think because everything is so unpredicted here, like it's kind of you're born in this whole thing when you see your family, your parents, your brothers constantly readjusting to the different varieties of reality, which is constantly changing, that you're not really attached when we are not able to do this.
No.
And same thing is like on the roads of India, like things are changing and people are not getting annoyed that somebody cuts them off. People are just adjusting so quickly that even like after almost like 15 odd years living in India, I'm not able to keep up. Yeah, guys, you have this super skill that Western people, they just don't have. And if somebody tells you that, hey, I'm so easygoing,
Don't trust.
no, he might be very easygoing in a comparison to his surroundings, to where he is from, but when he will come to India, he will realize that he is not easygoing whatsoever at all.
This is actually one of the main lessons that we try to learn from India. It's to adjust easily, quickly, and without any mood swings.
On this note, we're gonna end our video here. Please subscribe if you didn't, hit that like button, leave a comment about what are your thoughts on all the traffic in India and how Indian roads operate. We will be happy to hear your feedback and see you in the next one.
Chalo, bye!